we toured Europe after that too.
Right.
2003-ish,
Yeah.
2002 maybe.
Yep. And then it was just all back to normal.
Yep.
Yeah. Was that one of the ones when Riley came with us?
Riley came,
He was
yeah.
fully padded? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would come skate the demos, and he was a little dude, and he had no fear of crowds or anything. He was just like, he'd just drop in with the rest of us, skate with his
You
full
were so
pads,
great
and
with
like,
him. It's tricky because he was pretty young then.
And you had your hands full and had to do other stuff like working while you're in the van. So I ended up sitting next to him, and I
you guys
introduced him
did
to the
art
line
together.
game. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
he had all
really
this
cool.
drawing stuff. So I was
Yeah.
like, I introduced him to that where I'd draw a funny line, and he has to make it into a picture.
Yeah.
Then he'd draw a funny line, and I have to make it into a picture.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And just bounce that back and forth. You're like, we haven't done that before, but it's a good like time user, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets you through a long drive without any hassles. So
yeah, that was
a
really
good
cool. That's funny because there's some vivid memories I have with Riley, and that is definitely one of them.
Yeah,
where he's on a skate tour, like he's in the van.
Right,
it's not great fun for kids, and then you made it fun.
Well, I had a lot of those tours where there would be one younger guy, and all the older guys are like, drinking, partying, doing their thing. Yeah. There's the one younger guy that's like, oh man, what am I gonna do? Yeah. So I'd usually gravitate towards them and like, hey, all right, let's go.
It's super
let's make
cool.
it fun.
It's a great attitude and skill set to have.
We had Sean White on our tours too before he could go out and drink and stuff like that. And there was only one restaurant open, and it was 21 and over. He couldn't get in, so I just ordered some food to go, and we just played Heads Up, Texas Hold'em back and forth while we ate our food. That kind of stuff.
Where was that?
I think that was up in Seattle somewhere when we were doing one of those demos.
Oh, yeah. No, when we went on that big secret skate park tour, we would play blackjack in the bus.
Yeah.
And
the house always wins.
Which was Trent.
At the end of our...
Trent, who was the cameraman.
Whenever we would play poker at home, at the end, Jonas would be like, all right, I'm going to be the house. Anyone want to play blackjack with the rest of their chips and stuff? And he'd always rake it in, just because like the house always wins.
I mean, yeah, of course. But I will tell you this story. I was $1,000 down with Trent.
Yeah.
And I was like, $1,000 in this hand.
Yeah, no.
I'm winning a
that
bet.
wasn't...
I'm bad. Like,
Trent
I got issues.
Trent got several people to do that exact stupid thing.
Did you make it?
He deals me a 17.
Right.
He's got a face card showing. And I'm like, dude,
you have to stay.
You're supposed to stay.
Did you go for the hit?
And I was just like, oh man. And then he kind of sneaks a look at his, and he's like, and I can just tell he had another 10.
Right.
I was like, just hit me. I don't care. I got a 4.
Right.
I got a 4.
Got the 4.
Yeah.
21. Nailed it.
And
that's right.
Like I would have been kicked out of a casino hitting on a 17.
Yeah. Right. But that's funny.
Want it back.
Yeah, we've had some good stories like that. But the $1,000 story, we were with Kenny Hughes, and he was down, I think, 800. So, and we were at a regular casino.
Right.
So he put the $1,000 out on a hand on blackjack, and he gets blackjack. But then the dealer is showing an ace, so you can do insurance.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to figure out, do I do insurance? Like at least, and he's looking to me for advice. I'm like, honestly, you put the $1,000 out, you're only down 800. If you just take the insurance, you got a guaranteed win. You're already up a little. I would just do that. So he did that. It turns out he would have got the extra, 500 on it. So, but he was stoked, and he came out on top.
I've never heard of anyone taking insurance. Or I just don't live in those parameters.
Sometimes, sometimes you can. Yeah. Just even money is what it is.
Yeah.
Man, I remember being in Vegas and waiting for a taxi because this was a long time ago, and my agent, Steve Astafin, agent to the stars, put $100 on the table for like blackjack or whatever.
Right.
And no, on the roulette.
On one number?
Yeah, and just walked off, and I was like,
He put it down. Did he lose?
Yeah.
Oh.
But at the time,
right,
I just looked at him for like a week.
And he wasn't even affected by it.
I'm like, how did you... That was $100.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, how do you live with yourself? I'm like, there's people out there that live a different life, Jason.
Well, we were in
Australia.
Is that what he said?
No, that's how...
Oh, that's what you said.
I was like, he's so far and beyond my comprehension. $100.
Right.
Just... Who cares?
And
then
like
got in the taxi, and I was like,
he's fine with it.
He did that to kill time to wait for the taxi. Like I can't understand.
Right.
Oh no, I still get that anxiety like twinge with $100 hands. I'm just like, oh, here it comes. Like I can't shake that.
But while we're on the roulette, I got a great Jonas story from when we were in Australia at the casino over there.
Yeah.
He goes up to a table where there's no one playing. This is an empty roulette table. And he goes up there with a $5 chip, puts it on one number, and just stands there. And the guy looks at him like, that's really not how you play this game. But all right. So he rolls it. And sure enough, it hits the exact number. And he's the only person playing on this table.
Yeah.
Just one chip hits it. So they stack it up. He pulls it back. He looks around, puts one chip on one more number.
No way.
And the guy just like, all right. And he's just smiling and laughing at him. He does it, and he hit it again.
No, he didn't.
2 in a row from walking up. And then he pulled it back again. And then the guy was like, the dealer was saying, I know there's no way to cheat on this game, but if there was, I would have the pit boss here right now.
Yeah, that's impossible.
I've never seen anything like that.
Third time didn't work.
So he went for the third time, it missed that one, and he just pulled everything else and walked.
And then walked.
And walked.
What
it
a
was so
champion.
good.
That is no one's ever.
I've never even seen anything like that, never heard of that, and I was right by him while he was doing it. And it was amazing.
That is incredible, dude.
But he did like to play longer and lose it all back anyway.
I
He
feel
had some
like
good stories.
every time, we were doing audio trips. Jonas was on most of the trips.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got to go and just skate with us a lot of the times.
Yeah.
I tried to get him on as many trips as I could just because he was fun to skate with. He always got something done, and he kind of brought the party for everyone else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think everyone loved hanging out with Jonas more than they loved hanging out with me. You know, they loved skating with me, but they loved hanging out with Jonas.
You're even keel. You're solid.
Yeah.
Jonas was.
So he
nighttime,
definitely made all those trips more fun for everyone there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no offense, but he was more fun at night time for sure.
Absolutely. And I was so focused on just doing the best skateboarding I could. I'm like, I can't wake up not feeling my best. I want to go out there and still get something the next day, you know? Whereas he could just wake up at whatever time, get on the board no matter how he felt, and still do something amazing. And it's like, I don't have that.
You, though.
He had it. I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you...
Yeah, I was close to it where I saw it. Yeah.
You know, one of the greats
yeah.
ever, you know?
Yeah.
That was...
A lot of his stuff went undocumented until he lived with Jody Morris. When Jody Morris was living with him in Silver Lake, they shot an interview for Transworld and just did amazing things every day just because he was there. Yeah. But Jonas wasn't the type to call up a photographer like, hey, I got this thing. Right. Let's go shoot it. You know? But if it happened while you were there, he would do it. So, and he broke boards more than anyone I'd ever met. He broke 5 boards in one day when we were skating around his house when he lived in Silver Lake.
Because he's jumping off giant stuff or just random wrong?
He set up a board when we were leaving his house. He did a kickflip off the curb and broke the tail. He just had like a strong stance and he'd land hard.
Yeah.
Like some people land light, they land like above the board almost.
Yeah.
He would stomp through it to the ground.
What are
so
you?
He was snapping tails, like weight wise.
No, when you land, what would
I
you
was
say
always
you're landing?
super light footed.
Right.
Yeah. I would try to make it as light as possible and always land with my knees bent so you could soften it even more.
Yeah, because it looked like that. You made it look easy.
Well, I tried to go just, if you go fast and you land light, then everything just is really smooth.
Yeah.
You know, if you slow it down and you're landing straight down, then all that pressure goes right to the board. And
that's
more
why I
likely
broke
to
my
break
tails.
Yeah, so just go fast.